Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In our affluent society, it becomes very common for people to serve us. It just becomes a part of our society. Our day-to-day experience is people serving us. If you're willing to pay money for it, people will basically do anything for you. We have people who will wash your car, they will service your car, they'll fix your water heater, they'll mow your grass. There's even an app now where you can get on there and people will actually bring food to your doorstep. You don't have to go anywhere to get your food. You can go now to grocery stores and they'll actually bring your groceries out to you. You just sit in the parking lot and they bring it out to you. And we get kind of used to that. We're used to people serving us. If we go to a restaurant, they cook the food for us. They bring the food out to us. We're just used to that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with these various businesses and organizations that are built around service. But if we're not careful, we can begin to allow that to seep into our subconscious to where we begin to think that that's what life is all about. It's about being served. And we begin to view people as mere objects. We begin to pursue relationships in such a way that we're only concerned with how that other individual can serve us and help us and put us in a better place, better position, instead of being concerned with how we can serve. And this even goes into the church. A lot of times people who are searching for a church are only really concerned with how the church can serve them, instead of also being concerned with which church can they go to where they can offer service to that church. Not that there's anything wrong with being concerned with how a church is going to help you grow spiritually. That's definitely an important thing. But that shouldn't be our only concern, to where we think that the church is just there to serve us and that we're not supposed to also participate in service while there as well. And so this can be a very dangerous thing. It can be a very unfortunate thing when we begin to think of people as mere objects and we just think of life as really about us being served. In our reading today in Matthew chapter 20 and verse 28, the Lord kind of helps us to recalibrate our thinking in regards to this. He says, "Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life a ransom for many." There, he's correcting his disciples who were kind of bickering and complaining about who was going to be the greatest in the kingdom. And Jesus says the people who are going to be the greatest are those who serve, not those who are being served. And that's what your focus should be on. And he gives himself as an example to this. He says, I didn't come here to be served. And if anyone had a right to be served, it was Jesus. God in the flesh, the Son of God, the Messiah, the King, after the lineage of David, later to be revealed in Revelation as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He came here in the flesh not to be served, even though he perhaps would have had every right to be served, but he came to serve. And not only just serve, but to actually lay down his life as a ransom for many. And if our King had that approach to life, who are we to say that we are not to do the same, and that somehow we are perhaps better than him, that we should be served, and that our focus should be on being served and not actually serving others? If our King was here to serve, how much more so should we be here to serve as well? And so what we should do is begin to look for opportunities to serve. And probably most of us, if an opportunity just kind of appeared and was right there in front of our face, we would probably serve. We'd probably help other people out. But what we want to do is have a heart of actually looking for opportunities to serve, like actually, looking around and being aware of what's going on in other people's lives, being concerned with other people's situations, and then rolling up our sleeves and doing what we can to help them and serve them, to be actively looking for and being intentional in serving other people. And maybe it'd be a good goal to do what the Boy Scouts do. I don't know if they still do it today, but when I was in Boy Scouts, they'd say, do a good turn daily. And you had a little coin, and your goal was to do one good thing that day. And then you would turn that coin over in your pocket when you accomplish that one good turn or that one good deed. And maybe that's a starting point for us. Just every day to look for one thing we can do to serve another person. And maybe as time passes on, that will turn into 2 things that we do to serve other people, and then 3 and 4 and 5, until we are really giving a considerable amount of our time toward serving other people. And when we do that, we'll be aligning ourselves up with the life of and the attitude of Jesus Christ when he was here on the earth. So let's allow God's word to reshape our thinking in connection to service, and to really be diligent in serving other people, and to make that our priority. So these are some things we can think about and reflect on as we do our readings today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.